Hey, Rebecca.
Hi, Joe. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for coming.
You bet.
I wanted to talk with you a little bit. Since you work with customers so much, if you could enlighten me a little bit about some of the typical AI use cases that are out there so that I can kind of wrap my head around what's really happening in the market today, what are customers needing, what are we providing as services for our customers, that would be great.
So I'm really excited about a new solution known as RPA, also BPA, which is basically old-fashioned business process automation, but with a little pizzazz of AI.
Okay.
So if enterprises have supply chains or any type of workflow, there's little places where they can inject AI.
Cool.
Another one that's really popular is retail intelligence, and there's 7 or 8 really top use cases around retail intelligence, whether it's using our personalizer service to understand, what you should do next in content development, or showing that up in a personal way, or if it's using computer vision to tag objects, or even, quite frankly, virtual assistants and chatbots. Those are always a popular use case for brands to increase their engagement. And another one that's really hot right now is predictive maintenance. Enterprises spend so much money just trying to detect the root cause of failures in their assets or in their equipment, or prevent or predict when the next maintenance issue is going to come. And quite frankly, they don't have teams of data scientists sitting around for weeks sorting through the data, and we can do that in a matter of minutes with our anomaly detector service. So I think with RPA or BPA and there's some really good stuff with predictive maintenance and retail intelligence. Those are some of the hot solutions I'm seeing right now.
Right, that's awesome. I think the other thing that's unique about Microsoft is that we see so many use cases out there that we can maybe talk to our customers about use cases that aren't so great. So when we get into this, you should use AI for this, but you might not want to use AI for this kind of use case scenario. Is that something you can talk a little bit about?
It's really interesting for me, and personally in my career, I'm going and talking to customers and telling them what not to do. And that it feels interesting, but it's also empowering. And it's being received very well. I want to say, the whole industry needs to look very closely about what you're trying to do with a service, especially an AI service. What is the slippery slope? What are those use cases that might be unethical and move to the realm of maybe even being weaponized? And so at Microsoft, we are in an interesting location, an apex of seeing a whole bunch of these different use cases. We also spend a lot of time thinking about what are the top use cases, and then what's the opposite? What are some that are slippery slope? And we're starting to publish those for each service. So you can look in the documentation of our different services. Personalizer comes to mind. And we're sitting down with the product team and other customers who are using that service, and we're saying, what is that next step that could happen? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? And quite frankly, we're even discerning in who we'll sell our AI to. If we see that they're going to do something that is a violation of our ethical principles, which we've published, in many blog posts, we will not hesitate to say, I'm sorry, we don't want to do business. And we will also ask somebody to stop using our product if the use case is unethical.
That seems pretty unique in the industry.
Very, yes.
And kind of against what you would think of, a software company wanting to sell product. But in this case, we're saying, actually we don't want to have our software used in this use case. And so we're actually making a good ethical stand.
I mean, we could fall into a trap, which we're not, but fall into a trap and just be scientists in a room creating something, and then let other people decide whether or not it's for good or for bad. But it's moving so fast, and it's nice. It feels good to work for a company where we actually are discerning in what type of use cases we want our services used for.
Yeah, absolutely.